Welcome to the 2-Minute Tune-Up. I'm Pastor Tony, and today we're looking at Colossians chapter 2, verse 11 and 12. In him also you were circumcised with a circumcision made without hands, by putting off the body of the flesh by the circumcision of Christ, having been buried with him in baptism, in which you were also raised with him through faith in the powerful working of God who raised him from the dead. What Paul does here is to communicate a spiritual truth, spiritual reality in our relationship with Christ, is he uses the old covenant practice of circumcision in verse 11, and then in verse 12, the new covenant practice of baptism. And he says, just like in circumcision, we are to cut off the flesh, off the sin in our lives, and live as those who have been circumcised in Christ. And then he says in verse 12, we are to die, to be buried from the sin of this world, and to be alive in Christ. Baptism is such a wonderful practice. One of the highlights is, as a pastor, being able to baptize people. I've had the privilege of baptizing all 6 of my kids. And there's the physical act of baptism, but there's a very spiritual point that's being made. That we believe in the death, burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's the only way to salvation. But also, in the day-to-day of our lives, that means that we're going to die to ourselves and live alive to Jesus Christ. My question for us today, are we dying to sin? Is there sin that we need to die to today so that we can be alive fully in Christ? That's our 2-Minute Tune-Up for today.